Okay, I'm demonstrating the operation of my 2-burner Shipmate stove oven, starting with first of all the alcohol tank. That's in one of the cockpit lockers. There's a valve on it. It can be pumped up. You're supposed to pump it to no more than 10 pounds per square inch. The reads 6 pounds, actually more now. Oh, I took it up to 15 pounds. Here's the bicycle pump and the denatured alcohol. The stove is 42 years old. It's under a countertop, the way Sabre designed it. And you just pull this up and then carefully slide this back down into the area behind the stove. The stove is gimbaled, so when the boat heels, it can roll with the boat. And there are stops on it so pans don't fall off. There's a 2-burner stove and an oven with a separate burner. So the way you operate these stoves is you first of all prime it by opening it up for a few seconds. And then stop and turn it off. That's the critically important step. You can see there's a yellow flame in there. There's a pan that holds the alcohol. And what it's doing right now is preheating. It will heat the burner. And that way when the pressurized alcohol fuel goes in, the alcohol will vaporize. The important thing is to not light the stove until the unit has preheated. Otherwise you're pouring liquid alcohol onto a flame and it will flare up. You can see the flame there. I can feel it. Alcohol is the safest fuel for a stove on a boat for 2 reasons. You can put it out with water, and secondly, it doesn't collect in the bilge, the fumes, and explode the way propane or butane or some other fuel might do. It's a little lower in heat, doesn't have as many BTUs as some other fuel, but because of its safety features, it was really the preferred stove fuel in the 70s. And then some people managed to set themselves on fire, their boats on fire. They had flared up because they didn't wait for the burner to preheat. And as a consequence, they poured liquid alcohol onto a flame which flared up. There's just a little bit of flame in there now, preheating. I'll wait a couple more seconds. Okay, there it goes. That's opening up the knob here to allow it to have more fuel. And that can boil water. It's a little bit slower than propane or gas, but still works, and it's safe. And I think it's a beautiful stove. It's all stainless steel. It's lasted 42 years, still works, and it's well adapted to boat use. Now I'm really turning it up. And you can see and hear it, and it's quite hot. It's producing quite a bit of heat. There's an alcohol stove. So if you buy a boat and it has an alcohol stove on it, don't toss it yet. They're still good stoves.